Okay, so we're officially recording. Yay! I'm gonna start 9:02. We're gonna kick it off. So make sure your lists are out. You are ready to rock and roll with your power hour. And real quick, so I will talk to those of you guys who are on right now, and I'll show you what I did to get ready for this power hour. And I like to do this. I switch up. I use a notebook for my leads and who I'm messaging and who I'm inviting. But sometimes I need just a little bit of organization in my life. So yesterday I do this a lot of times. I'll just take my notebook paper and write down what I need to do during my power hour, which is check into my groups, check into coach training, check my emails, Facebook, just kind of group them. And then personal development, I do a minimum of 30 minutes of personal development every single day. Listen, read, whatever it is, meditation, prayer, all of it, I do that, but I don't do that during my actual power hour, because if you guys were on last week when I did this, I'd let you know my power hour consists of business activities that move my business forward, okay? So, that's inviting, that's following up, that's doing all of those things. And while, yes, personal development, all that is part of our 4 vital behaviors, these are easy things that you can do from the car or while you're doing dishes or whatever, listening to an audiobook, or while you're doing your workouts or whatever, okay? So I don't include that in my actual power hour. I write down my workout and my shake because I'm a highlight queen, and I like to highlight off whenever I am done, all right? So I feel accomplished. And then I just do Facebook invites. So my goal today is to do 15 Facebook invites. My goal is to do 15 Instagram invites, and I literally just do number 1 through 15, write down the names as I invite them, and then I'll go back and highlight them all off. And then my goal is to do a minimum of 25 follow-ups, okay? This is the end of the month, so I go into overdrive high gear, and I go back and look at who I've invited this whole month, who maybe conversations have died down with, who I need to go back and really re-engage a conversation with, because I want to end my month strong, okay? And then I go down here, and I know that I'm gonna do 5 social media posts, so I put them down there, and I just write them down so I can highlight them off. And then my Instagram stories, I do a minimum of 15 stories every single day, and I write them down. And then I go over here, Facebook friend request 20, IG follows 20, happy birthdays on Facebook, and then update my applications and check through my applications, not update, but check them to see if anybody has filled out one of my Google forms. That's it. This is what I do. This is what I'll teach you guys today. But it's really it looks like a lot, right? But it's not when we have our timer set, when we're ready to rock and roll, when we have our list. And then look, I'll show you guys, same little notebook, but my list of who I'm going to invite is right here in the front. I just write down names as people who are maybe watching my stories repeatedly, or people who are liking my Facebook posts, or new Facebook friends who have added me or accepted my friend request. I just write down their names, go go comment, go do whatever on social media. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm working from today, right here from this little list, all right? So as we go, please feel free to obviously chat in the comments, ask me any questions as we go. If I don't look at them right away, I promise I will take time and look at them as we are rocking and rolling, okay guys? So first order of business, I am going to grab my phone so I can set my timer, because we're going to actually time what we're doing and piece by piece so we keep on a flow and keep moving. So the first thing that I always start my day with doing is adding new Facebook and Instagram friends, okay? I think that it's important because as I'm doing this, so I will go and I will friend request mine. We'll say 10 to 20 people. I'll say we're gonna do a minimum of 10 because we can do that in 5 minutes, promise you. And then once I'm done doing that, I'll go back and I'll actually show you guys. I will screen share here real quick with you. Give me just a sec. So you can see exactly what I do. Desktop. Okay, so if I'm on Facebook, can you guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. So I go over here. Let's just click on Facebook real quick. And Hold on, my computer's gonna go slow. Okay, if you click on just your own personal page, right, and then you click on your friends, this is not cooperating. So you go to your own page, click on your friends, and then click on recent, I believe is what it's gonna be. You can see actually who recently accepted your friend request. So whenever you do that, then you just write down the names of those people then who, see, click on friends, and then I think it does say recent right here at the top. Recently added, okay? And then you just go and you write down, okay, like I went on a friend request, rampage yesterday. I know that this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, they're all new. So I'm just gonna write them down, okay? So that's what I do. And then the same thing with Instagram with your followers. So that's just what I wanted to show you real quick. So for the next 5 minutes, I want you to go and friend request 10 people on Facebook, okay? And then once you've got your 10 people on Facebook, I want you to switch over to Instagram and go and follow 10 people, okay? I'm gonna set my timer and we're gonna do this. Amber, I like to do mine in the morning. Like right after my workout, I do like my dump list in my brain of like everything I'm thinking that needs to be done today, tomorrow, this week, and then I kind of organize my day with that. And how I find new friends, guys, on Facebook, I'll just go into groups like mommy groups or infant groups or makeup groups or whatever, because people add me to them like nonstop, or I'll search groups. And then I just click on members and I go down through and I literally just look for women who look like me, who maybe have some kiddos who look like they're my age in their profile picture, and I just click friend request. That's all that I do. Or here's another idea. You can go on Instagram and on Facebook to like people that you follow or like big page names that you like with the same interests that you have, and you can go and look at someone's posts, and if they have like 300 likes or comments or whatever, you can just go in the comments and just be like, oh my gosh, that girl's really cute, she looks like me, whatever, and click add friend. Okay, we're almost done with this. I hope you guys, as you're getting done, go ahead and type done in your comment section or in the chat bar. And then over on Instagram, so I'll just generally hit the little search button and then click on whatever picture looks, a great picture that looks really great to me that I would follow as that person, and then go and, again, the comments or the people who are following that page, I go in there and I like 5. So I'll like this girl, for instance, her name is Natalie. She looks just like me. I'm going to like 5 of her pictures. I'm going to comment on 3, and then I'm going to click follow. Okay, so that's just what I do. Like 5, comment 3, then follow, and see if she responds with that, with what I do on hers. I am by no means any kind of like IG guru, but I'm definitely studying and trying. Oh, I click search. So I just click the little search bar. Hold on just a minute. This little, it's not working. Just this little second one in, like the little micro or the little magnifying glass. Click on that, and then there will be a ton of pages that'll pop up based on like what you currently like and all of that. So that's just typically what I do. This picture, here's a girl working out. Here's a cute one of like a girl, a blonde with her baby and her husband. Cute picture. So I'll go in here and I'll click on like everybody who's liked her picture, and then I just scroll down and then I'll click follow. That's it. Super simple. All right, guys, next we're going to click back over to Facebook, and we are going to wish everybody whose birthday is today a happy birthday. Such an easy way to generate interaction and have traction starting on your page, right? So you just go to the birthdays, and I just write happy birthday or whatever on their pages. So we're just going to take like 2 minutes to go and do that real quick. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on because the next thing we're gonna do is some follow-ups, okay? So I am going to start with my list, okay? So grab your list that you guys, maybe conversations have died down, maybe it's conversations that the person never responded to. We're just gonna set our timer for 15, 20 minutes-ish because this is where I spend most of my time. In my power hour is always going to be follow-ups and invites, okay? So typically both of them get a good 20 minutes of my time, okay? So follow-ups, so how I do that, I'm going to start, I'll check my email, and I'll send out any kind of a follow-up email that I need to do, Facebook, and then Instagram, same deal, okay? So I just want you guys to, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them out, okay? But for instance, since it is the end of the month and I told you guys for my own follow-ups, I am going to really focus on, hey girl, I only have 2 spots left in my challenge group that's starting on, we'll say the 31st of this month. I know that you were really interested. I have saved your spot. Can you let me know either way if you're ready to join me? If not, I'm going to offer it to the next person in line. I'll use something like that a lot of times if it was somebody who's super interested and maybe something just fell off. A lot of times I will just, if it's somebody who I have been like back and forth with and they've been like, yes, I want to do this, or yes, but like those objections, I will literally, and today my game plan is to go and literally say, listen, all right, Nicole, let's get real and have a serious talk. What is really the holdup? Because we both know it's not the money. You've been wanting to do this for X amount of time. We both know that, you know, it's not that you're really afraid of the meal plan. It's not that you're afraid to work out. What is the deeper issue? When I asked that question, even though it was scary the first few times I asked that, you guys, like, I get the best response. You have to get deep with people because it's not just about working out and the money. I promise you, they're fearful of something, and that's typically how I will, like, uncover the fear, all right? I am not afraid to give people real talk. I am not afraid to ask those deep questions, because I know if someone asks that for me rather than, oh, how much weight do you want to lose? I don't know, but I will tell you that I'm afraid I'm going to fail again. I am afraid that by spending this money, I'm not going to commit to myself, and then everybody around me is going to see that, okay, yet again, I quit or I gave up. Guaranteed, 95% of women that you're talking to, that's what's going through their mind. They've already given up or failed on every diet that they've ever done before. So why are they going to trust you with this, right? So that's where I go with my conversations. Sure, Abby, I will definitely share the recording. Bye, girl. Okay, timer's on, guys. 15 minutes. Sorry about the weed eater, guys. My yard people just got here. The beauty of working from home. Oh my gosh, I see him in the reflection over here. It's really funny. I'm a squirrel brain, if you haven't figured that out yet. How's it going, guys? It's been 6.5 minutes. All right, I see a couple questions. I'm going to go ahead and answer it while you guys keep working. Amy asked, if you have someone that keeps watching you regularly and you send an invite, but they ghosted you, how many times do you follow up? I follow up like all the time. I'll just change the conversation. So sometimes I ask them if they're on their fitness journey, if they're interested in what I'm doing. If they're still ghosting me, then I'll go take a look at their page and I'll be like, hey, how old are your kids? You know, just asking more of a general question to get them to respond. And then even if they still don't, then I usually go like 5 or 6 times. If they never respond, then I just add them to my list and I'll just follow up like each month if I see that they're still watching me. But that's typically what I do. I will say that, you guys, like, the follow-ups are the key and most important thing that you can do for your business. I would say that I typically follow up anywhere between like 6 and 10 times before I have someone who commits. And most of my coaches on this call here that I can see will attest to that I was that coach who was like, girl, I see that you're still liking my stuff. Like, you need to do this with me. What's your hold up? You know, let's talk through this. And they're here, they're coaches. They've gotten amazing results in our challenge groups. Like, it's just all about that caring, you know, that caring attitude for sure. By the way, the goal is to get through 20 follow-ups in this time, okay? So they should just be quick and flowing. Just wanted to add that in there. I am at 13. If you're just hopping on, we're doing follow-ups right now. We have about 5 minutes left of our follow-ups, okay? Awesome, Jill. Jill's done with hers. I'm checking our time. All right, it's been 15.5 minutes. So you guys finish up the last one that you're on right now, and then we're going to move on here in just a sec. Okay, as you're finishing up, we are going to switch over to IG stories. It's my favorite. If you're not using it yet, y'all get on stories. It's where like most of my business is coming from anymore, but it's built, like it's a building platform, right? You have to apply yourself, be intentional. And like I said, I do about 15 stories minimum every single day, and you can check them out if you, want to see what I do or whatever. But I'm hopping over here and we're going to do like a call to action story, okay? So I want you guys to, first of all, while you've got your phones, let's take a selfie so we don't forget at the end of our fun little work sesh right now. So let me change the view. Let's just take a picture real quick, guys, okay? So smile, and then we will be able to use this for our post, okay? Ready? Love it. Okay, so I'm sure that I'll see all these cameras going off. But now you have something you're going to post on your stories, right? So you can go in and you can totally do a story with this. That's what I'm going to do right now. And you can do a poll or maybe like an ask me a question with the swipe up feature. Okay, so maybe you can do a poll that says, would you love to join my team? And then I don't do a yes or no. I do yes, or send me the details, or, you know, heck yes, or I've been watching you. Something where it's not like a quick no. I want them to only think positive, okay? Or have you been watching my stories and wondering what in the heck I do all the time? You know, swipe yes, or, you know, hit yes, or thinking about it, something like that, okay? So I'm going to encourage you guys to go and do that. Or you could do like the ask me a question feature and just say, you know, ask me anything about my business, or ask me anything about fitness, or, you know, you got the gist. It's just something super easy that we can take and roll with. So I'm doing mine right now, so we'll take like 2 minutes tops and do this. All right, I am done with mine. Next, we are going to inviting. Probably my favorite thing ever to do. See, whenever you tell yourself that it's your favorite, it becomes your favorite. Okay, so I want you guys to, we're gonna take 15 minutes and we're gonna knock out our actual invite. So this is like first time connecting with someone, first time inviting someone, and I do not differentiate between an invite, like an actual, hey, you want to join my challenge group, and versus a, hey, I love your sunglasses, or what are your kids? Every new connection for me, I try to do 15 a day, is me talking to someone else, because it's always immediately going to lead into an invite, or me asking them if they have ever thought about doing what I do, or if they are on their fitness journey too, or what they love about fitness, or what they don't love about fitness. It's always going to lead into an invite no matter what, okay? So minimum, I want you guys to go and invite 10 right now from your list. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me, and I will be here on standby. Ready, go. Amber, this is my favorite. I invite to the coaching opportunity more than I invite to my challenge groups. I came into this business to lose 15 pounds, but also in for the business. I saw the whole grand scheme of the opportunity and needed money. So for me, I will send someone and say, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Hey, are you on your fitness journey? Have you ever thought about turning fitness to a business? Like, I just say it. Like, there's just no sugarcoating it. I just ask them if they've thought about doing it too. Amber, yeah, it is. It's everyone. It's so new contacts. I would probably more start with like, hey, it looks like you have kids the same age as mine, or like just a connection piece. So that way, I just always think about, so this is something for you guys. How would you respond to a message, right? And would you immediately respond to someone new whenever they're like, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Sometimes if I go to that person's page and I look through and I see their consistency, and I can tell immediately their story, that they're not trying to just sell me something, that they look like someone that I would connect with, yes, I'm going to respond to them. But if I go to that coach's page and they're not consistent, their posts are awful, they just are talking about my fitness, my fitness, my fitness, and there's never like a business post or them talking about their lifestyle, I'm not going to respond. But I would more than likely respond if they're like, hey Val, I love the sunglasses that you have on in this picture. Where'd you get them from? Or, you know, your little girl is so cute. If someone's telling me my kid is cute, you better believe I'm going to say thank you. Like, duh, right? So think about how you would respond, because whenever I first started as a coach, yo, like I was the worst ever. Like if anyone should have failed and like quit, it was probably like about 5 years ago, because I would write a book to people, I would copy and paste. I thought I was doing my invite so good because I was copying and pasting this storybook about myself, and it was never about someone else. So the biggest obstacle and the biggest hurdle in this business ultimately is getting past the way that we think that we know how to do something, but ultimately figuring out the right way to build relationships and communicate and be consistent, because it has to be that consistency and that determination piece. So that was where I really had to work and focus, was on my initial invites and then those follow-ups. So that's why I spend so much time, because it's now become one of my favorite things to do, because I love building relationships. But I have to read people. I have to know who and when is kind of that perfect timing piece of people who are going to either join my business or, you know, a challenge group. Yeah, if you guys can just make sure that you're muted, that would be awesome. And some of the feedback could be my weed eater guy, so I really apologize. I will mute myself whenever I'm not talking. And honestly, so my next tip for you guys, do not write books to people in your initial invites at all, okay? I need you to focus on, my rule is 3 sentences or less, okay? I'm not writing them a book. I'm not telling them about myself. I'm not, you know, talking about me at all. I'm focused solely on them. And my typical invite, let's say someone is really, you notice the same person's liking your fitness post or something on your social media. I literally would be like, hey Cam girl, you should join my next challenge group with me. Winky face, question mark. That's my invite, and that's what gets responses for me, okay? Or, hey, you're like my dream coach. Like, I feel like we are like social media besties. Have you ever thought about doing it too? That's my invite, okay? Because they know, this is the kicker, they see me showing up on social media every single day. They see me. If you go to my page right now, you're not going to see just Val doing like workout selfies and sweaty selfies. No, you're going to see my family. You're going to see like me creating curiosity. Like, what does she do? You know, my post yesterday talking about how crazy to think 5 years ago I signed up for a job on the internet with some girl I barely knew. Like, that's, people are wondering, what in the world is she doing? My post from all of last week, breadcrumbing coaching, okay? I'm not out there like, join me, join me, join me, join me, join me. Every 5 to 7 posts, there's going to be an application link. There's going to be like private message me for details on my next challenge group. Looking for 5 more women to mentor this month for a business opportunity. Every 5 to 7 posts, you'll really see that. But for the most part, it has to be just that social media platform where they know that I'm showing up 2 to 3 times a day on Facebook. They know my stories are flooded on Instagram, and they know I'm going to do 1 to 3 posts on my IG page every single day, no matter what. Okay, so that's like the kicker for you guys to really like focus on that piece of it. We're halfway done. I have done 11 invites so far. I'm over on Instagram now because I'm working straight from the list that I originally showed you guys. Amy asked about how many of your actual posts on your page are call to actions, and about what ratio do you use for Beachbody and non-Beachbody. I do a call to action about once every 5 to 7 posts, and I post 3 times a day on Facebook. Yep, I send my 85% of my power hour is this. Like everything I'm doing now, this is what I do every single day. So 20 minutes invites minimum, 20 minutes invite follow-ups minimum. And this is my full-time job. So then I'll go back probably later on this evening and probably do the same repeat over again. And then my every day looks a little bit different for my power hour since this is ultimately my full-time job now. But this is what I did even from first day as a coach. It was just a few less invites until I figured it all out. But this is it. It's a very structured power hour. And then like Wednesdays, I spend my days, I typically maybe send 5 new invites on Wednesdays. And then I go like hardcore, as many follow-ups as I can do. I just choose Wednesdays because it's right before, the next start of our week on Thursdays. And I like to close in, lock in some sales on Wednesdays for my paychecks on that following Thursday. Like that's just me. That's just what I do. And then I like my Success Club points to go up for the leaderboards on Thursdays. So that's why I choose Wednesdays. And I probably send a solid 50 follow-ups on Wednesdays because you think it's just that repetition. If you're doing even 10 invites every day, this is easy. This power hour, you do this every day, I promise you, you're going to be Success Club 10 and higher. Like you're going to recruit to your team. It's just like these invites, do half to coaching, half to your challenge groups. We're all to coaching. Just choose a day on which direction you're going to go and focus on that. But this is just the difference between, you see the successful coaches, as we call them, us who we make Success Club non-negotiable. We're rank advancing. We're recruiting to our team. Versus those who the last day of the month, maybe you're like, I'm not at Success Club, or you're not consistently hitting Success Club every single month. There's the we as coaches who are doing this and taking it seriously, we're doing this whether we want to or not. We're doing this power hour every single day. Guys, I'm going to tell you 99% of the time I don't feel like doing a power hour. Like it's nothing that like I'm like, yay, I get to go. Can't wait to wake up and do my power hour. That's not like what I do every day, but this is my job. And I've taken it seriously since I really like felt called to do this, take on this coaching opportunity 5 years ago. So this is just this repetition of success that happens. And with inviting, I go for no. Like if you've never read the book, Go for No or Go Pro, get it, read it, like get the hard copy in your hand. Those were 2 books that literally like changed how I viewed inviting, follow-ups, recruiting, everything for my business. And that's what really taught me to say, okay, when I'm in my power hour zone, y'all, I'm in a game. Like it is like, how many no's can I get? Because if I can get 100 no's, it means that I'm inviting like 500 people. I want them to tell me no because it means I'm going to get a heck of a lot more yeses than those no's, okay? There's just such a negative connotation. Oh my gosh, somebody told me no, I don't want to do this anymore. No, who cares? Because no means not right now. You don't even know the amount of no's that I've got. I'm like thinking in my head in like this game time, I'll see you next month because you're going to want to join my challenge. Those no people are the ones who are following you because they're the ones who are like, when is this girl going to quit? Like they're the ones who are just like waiting for you to stop. But when 5 months goes by, 6 months goes by, guess what? They're seeing you still show up 3 to 5 times a day on social media. They're seeing you getting your results. They're seeing your team grow. They're seeing you get those recognition shout outs every Thursday from your upline coach. They're going to be the ones standing in line for your next challenge group or to join your team, I promise you, because that is the foundation that I have built, and that is still the momentum that I take. And there are people who've watched me from day one who are still messaging me now like, okay, like, when's your next challenge group? Like, okay, give me some information about your team. This is the business that we're in, okay? Making it fun is a decision. Making, going for no as a positive thing is a decision, and it's a choice. And you better believe you hear my music whenever I'm hopping on these power hours. Before I start, like I do my personal development, I'm listening to those 2 or 3 minute YouTube videos that get me all fired up. I'm listening to my music that get me pumped up. And then I'm going straight into this power hour and I'm giving it my all with a positive mindset, okay? Oh, thanks, Erica. Like I'm so passionate about coaching. I love leading these power hours. I love leading team calls because I just think that the energy that we can bring when we're all together, like it's a lonely business if you're just choosing to be sitting by yourself doing this. I love to be on with my girls and talking to my team and recruiting because I just know that it's such a life-changing business if you allow it to be and you just do this work, because this is all that I do. Like there's no secret sauce. It's just this focused mindset, focused time, focused work. And that's it. Literally, you can build this business in 1 hour a day. I promise, it's literally 1 hour a day. I work probably like 3, like work like this, 2 to 3 hours, sometimes 4, depending on my goals. It's always going to depend on my goals because I'm a red personality type. So I am like, I gotta be the best. Like that's just how my brain works. Like I get to Success Club really quick and then I have to keep going. But that's just because it's my personality. That's all. Okay, sorry, I've been off track. We have 5 minutes left and we are almost ready to wrap it up. So finish your last invite. And as we're doing that, I want you guys to get into this habit of checking your back office, your coach online office. Because too many times I think coaches don't do this, or you don't go into your back office and you check your Success Club and you check your volume and you check your number of coaches added to your organization, the number of customers that you're getting into your back office. You need to be on that, checking your coach. Breaking news. Okay, it's so important to know what tools you have back there and utilize them, because I will tell you, I sat on my hands for like my first 6 to 9 months because I'm not a numbers person. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna hit Success Club 10 and recruit 5 coaches every single month. Like that was just how I worked. I wasn't paying attention to, oh man, if I would have put them on this leg or that leg, or kind of just taken it upon myself to utilize the tools that I had a little bit earlier, I probably could have understood it and comprehended it a little bit better. Okay, the compensation plan is so incredible. Maybe you guys, maybe you know this, maybe you don't. If you sign up 5 coaches within a 5-week period, you're getting a $100 bonus. Like, and that is not just working coaches. I sign most of my customers up as coaches right off the bat for the reason for they'll get their discount. I like to build my team. I like to add coaches, and for every 5 people I'm signing up, I get $100. Like Success Club 10, $100, right, guys? So like go and learn, take it upon yourselves to understand there are so many ways for you to earn those cycle bonuses. If you're not at least an Emerald coach, you better get there, because you're going to earn $14 cycle bonuses, which is your residual income, which is what you're going to get in your sleep as you're building your team. And then if you're sitting at Emerald, get your butt to Diamond so you can earn the highest cycle bonus amount that you can in all the entire company. Like, that Diamond level is so important for all of that. Okay, so I'm super pumped for you guys to just go in, check out your back office, make sure that you're understanding that, and talk with your uplines about any questions that you have. Use Google. I literally have built my business on Googling it. Everything is on Google and YouTube. Okay, guys? So with that, as you're kind of scrolling through your back office, just making sure that that's part of your check-in. I do that first thing in the mornings with my power hour. But this is it. Like, see what you guys just did. Do you feel super pumped in the amount of time that we just spent together with the direction and your focus and your list and all of that? If you didn't finish up something that you wanted to do, now is your time to go back and crush it, to finish it. You know, and then for me, I always have, and I always do, take about 30 minutes in the evening after I would put my kids to bed, before I would have time with my husband. Or when I'm sitting on the couch next to him, maybe he's watching TV or playing a video game, and I would have my laptop or my phone, and I just do, you know, really check my messages, and I'll go back and see if anybody responded to me, and that's whenever I go and check back in. Don't feel like you have to be glued to your phone. I do try to respond to messages within 12 to 24 hours, but you guys, understand that you have set your hours, and people respect that about you, okay? And I also do not use my power hour most of the time to check into my challenge groups, because here's why. I can check into my challenge groups from my phone, let's be real, from the bathroom, from the couch while my kids are watching TV, you know, while we're in the car. I can be like, hey, hubby, I'm going to check into my challenge groups while you drive to Walmart or whatever. Okay, if I'm very verbal and upfront, and I'm like, hey, I'm not just playing around on my phone, I'm going to do this for this amount of time, promise you, your spouses are a lot more supportive whenever they're understanding what you're doing. Same with your kids. I'll be like, hey girls, mommy's not just playing a game on her phone. I need to check in with these people to make sure that they don't need an extra, you know, recipe for dinner tonight or something like that. My kids are so okay, cool, mommy. Communication is so key with your business, okay? So I hope that this helped you guys. I love it. Let me go scroll through the comments real quick. Amber said, when I get a no, I always ask for feedback so I can be a better coach. This usually opens up a new conversation. They end up committing. Exactly. That's such a really great tip. I love that. Heather, I've been getting feedback that people are getting sick of the invites like clockwork from other MLMs. So what? You know, I don't care. And that's what I say. Well, what are you sick of? Are you sick of being bombarded, or the fact that somebody might actually think that you'd be a really great coach? You know, yes, because there are icky ones. If you're intentional and you're not just being icky, copying and pasting the same thing that no one would respond to, that is icky. I cannot stand it. But it's not everyone. It's just people, you know. And if you have a real reason why you're inviting them, share that with them. Be like, listen, I'm inviting you because I think you would be great at X, Y, and Z. Okay, but I like that. And I will tell you guys real quick story, since we have 1 minute left. Kind of piggybacking off of that, my first month, my first full month, I just copied and pasted as many messages out as I could. And that would be 40 a day when I first started as a coach. And it was the worst invite ever, basically like those other MLMs, right, that we probably got. And I couldn't understand why I had no success club points. I actually had 2 because I had signed my husband up that month. And it was my second month as a coach. And I was like, I sent 700 emails this month, and no one responded. No one did this. If anyone should have quit at that time, that was my draw the line in the sand. Either I'm going to keep staying on that quitter road, or I'm going to figure out what I'm doing wrong, take ownership, gut check, and figure it out. So I went back, and that was whenever I really started asking myself, would I respond to that? And I really dug deep, and I took in that message, and I was like, I would never respond to that. I was so salesy. I was so not genuine. You could tell it was scripted. It was just bad. So I went back to every single one of those messages that I sent, which was, I'm telling you, probably at least 600, and I apologized to every single person. A simple, I am so sorry. I sent that message. really excited about this business that I'm starting, but I'm brand new. I had no idea what I was doing, and I would have never responded to that because it was really icky. Can we start fresh? Are you on your fitness journey too? Or are you interested in what I have to offer? Something like that. And I ended July. So June is whenever I sent all those icky messages, got nowhere. July, which was my 3rd full month in the business, I ended at Success Club 26 because I apologized. Okay? Because I took ownership and I said, I sucked, but I'm not going to keep sucking. I'm going to ask for, like, that message is great, you know, why not? Or what did I do wrong? How can I be better serve you? And when I took in what they were saying, I closed sales. Okay, guys? So with that, be honest, be upfront, love people, love your job, keep going, set your goals, and we'll see you guys next time. I will definitely share this. Promise you guys. All right, bye.